Probably the most important thing you have to understand when you come to Hollywood to be an actor is this idea of who you are. What are you selling? What's your product? Your product is you, and you need to understand what it is and what people get from you. It's sometimes called your essence. You probably heard that word used to describe a shampoo or a perfume or something. It's the feeling you leave in the room or that you bring into the room. You have to understand what your essence is, because that's how you're going to get cast. And it has to be in your headshot. When people see your picture, they go, I get that person. When you walk in the room, it backs it up. That makes it easy for your agent to sell you and for people to cast you. So you need to figure out who you are. So how do you do that? Think of yourself like a product. Don't judge it. That's the first thing. A lot of actors make a lot of money playing bad people. Don't judge it. It's not good or bad. It's just who you are. So how are you going to do that? Here's an idea. We'll start with an outline, okay, to describe your product. First of all, 3 words or phrases that other people always use to describe you. The boy next door. Funny. Goofy. Unpredictable. Dangerous. Moody. 3 words or phrases that other people always use to describe you. Think about that. The second thing, now think of 3 more personal words or phrases that you would use to describe what else is in there. The parts of you that people don't get right away. Maybe you have a temper. Maybe you're competitive. Maybe you're romantic. Maybe you're nervous. So 3 words or phrases that other people always use to describe you. 3 more personal words or phrases that you would use to describe what else goes on inside there. The third thing I want you to think about is, what is the most important thing that you want people to remember about you? The most important thing. Oftentimes in casting sessions, there'll be a list of names of all the people who are auditioning. As soon as you leave, the casting people write down something very quickly because the next person's coming in. If you knew that, what would be the thing that you would want those people to write down about you? The one thing you want them to remember. Sometimes I think of that as your mantra, the chant that you say to yourself over and over again. I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. Mine is, I'm the one. That's what I think before every audition. I'm the one. And if I'm successful, when I leave the room, they're all thinking, he's the one. He's the one. That's what I want them to remember about me. Okay, so 3 words or phrases that other people always use to describe you. 3 more personal words or phrases that you would use to describe what else goes on in there. What is the most important thing you want people to remember about you? And then the last thing is, if I knew all that information about you that I just asked, what could you tell me at the end of our interview, just as I said, thank you very much, I don't have any more time, what could you tell me that would make me go, come back in here and tell me about that? I do have a little more time. I call these hooks or gimmicks. What are some hooks or gimmicks about you? You're a tap dancer. You play classical piano. You have 12 brothers or sisters. You've traveled all over the world. You're a gourmet cook. You killed a man in Reno just to watch him die. I don't know, anything that would make me go, okay, I want to talk to you more. Get back in here. This is how you begin to formulate this idea of who you are and what you're selling. 3 words or phrases that other people always use to describe you. 3 more personal words or phrases that you would use to describe what else you have in there. What is the most important thing you want people to remember about you? And the last thing, what are some hooks or gimmicks about you that would make me want to talk to you more? Think of this outline. Think of this as the beginning of figuring out what your product is, who you are, what are you selling.